Hey, Sagittarius fam, are you ready for another hectic month? Yeah. July is going to be really busy for Sagittarius natives. We have a possible new romance beginning, and we have business success as a driving force in July. So you're not going to have that much time to yourself, but this is a great time to do a lot of inner work and get clear on your direction moving forward. In today's video, we're going to look at Sag's career, health, wealth overview for elder Sag natives, partners, singles, romance, travel, and more. This will cover Sun, Moon, and Rising in Sagittarius, and I am using Western astrology and intuitive insights to help you make the most of this powerful energy. Let's do this! Beginning with your career. Work is work this month. You aren't excited or moved one way or the other. It just is. There's no challenge for you, Sagittarius, but there's also very little stress. So, yeah, your coworkers are okay. The environment is fine. Yeah, it's just kind of ho-hum, meh. You're there, you have a job, but it's really not motivating you, challenging you, or really pushing you to do anything, really. The pay is also, it's not bad, but it could definitely be better. But you really aren't interested in a more stressful job right now. You've in the past had some very exciting jobs, and they have really helped you grow personally, but they also came at a price. You had to sacrifice a lot of your free time, a lot of time with family and friends to really stay focused and to stay on top of your game. And so now you're at a cycle where you'd like something that isn't quite as fast paced, but maybe something that is a little bit more challenging than what you currently have. You're not really ready to start looking for another job, but you wouldn't say no if something great landed in your lap either. So that's kind of where you are this month. Things are stable, so you're just coasting for now. For gig working, self-employed, and business owning Sagittarius, this is a busy month for you. You're going to be busy finishing projects and ironing out details around the next quarter. And I would advise you to automate as much as you can. And don't worry, you don't have time to be bored, thankfully. You have a lot happening. And it's all good stuff. It's just a lot of responsibility and a lot of things kind of popping up out of nowhere that need your attention immediately. Any Sagittarius that works in publishing should see a boost towards the end of July as well. Don't hesitate to share your personal experience, whether that's in a song, a book, an art piece, or something more. Your creativity now will lead to new business avenues opening up later in the year and into 2025 in the most magical ways. And magic is the key here because that's kind of like what happens with Lucky Sag all the time. You just seem to know what to do, where to be at the right time for good things to happen. Lately, that's been kind of off, but we see that it's coming back now, and it's definitely connected to your inner calm and creative abilities and personal success. If you can, really tap into it this month and don't be afraid to try new mediums as well. For unemployed Sagittarius natives, early in the month is the best time to start sending out new resumes and booking interviews. Connect with your network and let people know you're looking for a specific type of job. An introduction could definitely move things forward. From mid-month until really the end of August, it's not the best time to apply for a job or to begin a new job. Now, if you've already got something in the works, of course, go for it. But most things that happen during Mercury retrograde have a tendency to kind of fizzle out. But if you've already applied before Mercury went into retrograde, you should be fine. So before we look at your wealth, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you do enjoy this type of content, please let me know. Leave a comment because it really helps the algorithm do its thing and more people then can see this video. And also, if you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would. I post just about every day because there's so much going on in the world and you don't want to miss any of that. So, okay, looking at your wealth sector. Money, success, wealth, and finances are a driving force for you this month because it just seems like everything is costing more. You're not spending lavishly, but your reserves are dropping noticeably, and you need to make some different decisions. And you're usually quite good with finances, but lately you've been feeling so unlucky with money that this has pushed you to talk about financial issues and seek advice from others. And normally Sag doesn't. This is something you don't really share because, yeah, you have kind of that lucky Midas touch, or you have in the past, where jobs fall in your lap, or like I said earlier, you're just at the right place at the right time, and voila, things work out. But lately, it just hasn't been happening. And it's not you. You're not being punished. The universe is not trying to teach you a lesson. This is part of a bigger cycle of global chaos. And we're going to see this continue to play out for a while. So the best way to handle this is to really rein in the spending and look at where the money is going. Definitely encouraged when the Capricorn full moon on July the 10th hits your second house. You know, Capricorn is very thrifty and doesn't spend money on quote unquote extravagant things. If they consider a lot of basic things extravagant, yeah, you're going to have to probably look at your budget and look at what you can cut back on. Not so much that it is a big luxury, it's just that everything is going up in cost. But this Capricorn energy will help you purge outdated beliefs around money and self-worth and what you need to be successful or comfortable. You were never one to go along with the crowd, but you may have had some old ideas about money you picked up from childhood, and these could still be holding you back. Maybe an idea of what success is or what the trappings of success are. And they're really not in alignment with what you want, because Sagittarius, above all else, values their freedom. Having a lot of debt, keeping you in a job you don't really care about just to kind of coast along, is not Sagittarius's idea of success. Yeah, you need to probably come to terms with that. And this Capricorn full moon is a push towards that. So examine these beliefs and release what's not valid for you. Success is really not about a number, it's more about a lifestyle for Sagittarius. And these old beliefs may be keeping you trapped in an unhappy cycle. And I think with this information plus your instincts, you can make some really good decisions moving forward. And looking at your health, in July, there are quite a few Sagittarius natives that are recovering from an illness or a medical procedure. And it looks like you're going to need to take it slow this month. I know you're impatient and restless and you want to get back out there, but yeah, it takes time to heal. And that's what you're doing. You are healing. But before you can get back to normal, you're going to have to follow the steps that your medical provider has given you. So be patient. You're recovering. It's just not as rapid as you would like. Overall, Sag's health is pretty stable as well, and there's no major changes. But I would encourage you to get more sleep and drink a little bit more water. Other than that, it looks good. So looking at Elder Sagittarius, your health is stable as well. The big question for you is, are you feeling bogged down or stuck? Probably. But also, it could just be you're bored with your current living situation. And this has been brewing for some time, but now we see the situation shift further. Saturn retrograde on July the 13th adds more focus to home matters and the future. Are you happy with your current home situation? If not, what can you do to change it or to at least improve it? Take some time this month to focus on the pros and cons of moving. From emotional support to taxes, where would you be the happiest? What is your dream situation? Is it about location, or is it about the people you care about? Do some research before making any big decisions. This isn't the month to really shake things up. It's more about researching and understanding what's really important to you. I think that overall you're fine. It's just you're feeling stuck, and that's all. Okay, students. For many Sagittarius students in the United States, July marks a summer break, a perfect time to recharge and explore interest outside the classroom. Use this period to engage in self-directed learning, take some online courses, or enroll in a small summer course. Just don't take on too much. You could easily burn out, and you do need time to rest. If you're continuing studies or attending school in a region where classes are in session, early in the month, focus on organization. Your goals are shifting right now, and you have quite a bit of focus, though. This is a time to really research what you're going to do next Mid-month, you could be revising your educational plans as you may have a hunch or gut feeling that a career change is needed. As we move into Leo season on the 22nd, followed by the new moon on the 24th, yeah, now is the time to really think about crafting a new plan moving forward. Set clear intentions to make the most of your long-term academic goals. The world and the way we work is constantly evolving. So seek guidance, but remember, the path that once made the most sense may not be the right one moving forward. Looking at your romantic sector, single Sag is thinking about love, relationships, and commitments this month. On the 4th, Venus enters Gemini with a blast of good vibes, and you're ready to leave your comfort zone and meet new and interesting people. You're intrigued with deep conversations as well as educated people that have interesting topics they want to discuss. You're out there having fun, socializing, and really engaging with a bigger variety of people. So you're definitely picking up admirers all month long. On the 7th, when Uranus enters Gemini, we see the beginning of a 7-year transformation around your relationships. So, all relationships, not just romantic, this could lead to new and unexpected relationships. So, you may be looking for a partner who is more engaged with life and ready to go out and have adventures as opposed to someone that's all about security and staying home and saving money. So, it's going to be an interesting shift. We're going to see you dating a different type of person. Mid-month, there's a chance for a new romantic beginning or a partner from the past could return. Sag usually doesn't go back after a relationship ends because you gave it your all and it ended, so why would you bother going back? But when this past partner tries to reopen that door, you would normally shut that down quick. But now, you might be tempted to think it over. A lot has happened since you were with this person, and yeah, you might be looking at things from a different perspective. At the end of the month, you may review your past relationships to better understand what you want. A big takeaway from this inner reflection could be that when you focus on people that nurture you and sustain you, your relationships are healthy. When you focus on the more dramatic and intriguing people, are a lot of fun in the beginning, but in the long run, they don't pan out. So, what can you take away from this? And how can you use this information moving forward before you do start a new relationship? A lot of self reflection, a lot of new people in your circle, and a lot of opportunities for romance for single Sag natives. For partnered, committed, and married Sagittarius natives, this month may feel a little bumpy for you, especially in the beginning. You could be pushed to take on more responsibility at home. Your partner is clearly struggling and you're there for them. You're ready to help them out, but their struggle is about more than just too much stress at work and not enough time to do chores at home. And it's tempting for you to jump in there and try and fix everything, especially if your partner is venting to you. But the key here is to let them vent. And of course, offer help, but don't try to take the situation over. This is something they're going to have to work out, and you can be their sounding board, but you can't be the repair person. You're going to have to let them come to terms with what's going on their own. So that is going to be a big theme early in the month. Later on, we see things kind of even out, and you're being more social with your partner, planning a small weekend trip, and things seem like they're back on track. At the end of the month, we have Chiron, the wounded healer, moving retrograde, sending healing lessons to your romantic life. So old issues with your partner may come up to be addressed and healed once and for all. And it could be something that has happened way back, and you really thought you were past that, but all of a sudden it's back in your mind and you may be feeling resentful or angry over something that's happened. Clear the air, because with Mercury in retrograde, we're likely to have a lot of miscommunication. Find a quiet time where you can talk with your partner and you won't be disturbed, and just let them know what's on your mind. And then be open and listen to what they have to say. They probably have no idea that you're ruminating over something that happened early in your relationship and it's affecting how you're dealing with them now. Talk things through and be patient with yourself and with your partner. I think that this is a great time for healing and also understanding maybe why you've done some of the things you've done in the relationship. Could it be you were subconsciously punishing your partner? There's a lot to unpack there, but this is the perfect time to air that out. Looking at your travel, small mini trips versus big world holidays are favored early in the month. Then Mercury retrogrades in Leo and travel slows down or stops. If you're traveling during this time, you're likely to experience delays and obstacles, so plan accordingly. We are talking about possible strikes. We're talking about possible delays, missing bags, reservations that you have the receipt for, but yet don't show up in the computer, those types of things. I would suggest that you plan for delays, make sure you have currency with you, and make sure you have a printed copy as well as electronic verification of your receipts or of your reservation, just in case. I don't want it to sound like it's all doom and gloom. There's going to be some hiccups, but overall, I think you're going to have a good time. So if you're planning a bigger trip, I would say wait until after September to do that. I mean, you can plan it now, research it now. This is a great time to do research. I think if you can keep your sense of humor, you can move through this easily, and especially if you're doing some small trip. I wouldn't advise, like I say, a world destination, anything like that right now. If possible, do something like a road trip. That will be good for you and also something that you have more control over. Travel is going to be interesting. So, this is a very transformative month for Sagittarius on so many levels. We have revelations around your home, relationships and career possible in July. You're showing up, but still looking for clarity and direction. Could it be Spirit wants you to take a leap of faith? Maybe, but this isn't the time to do that. Instead, research and get clear on what you actually want. Sagittarius has always understood that their personal needs are not something that society agrees on because, you're not one to follow trends or anything like that. You know what makes you happy, and that's what you want to do. But you've kind of gotten off track the last, decade with everything going on in the world, and now you may feel kind of lost on what to do next or what's going to be the best thing for you to do moving forward. Should you change careers? Should you move? Should you start a family? Should you end a relationship that's going nowhere? There's a lot of things happening, and then plus there's a financial tension that you're not used to having as well. Yeah, it's a lot happening, but you can show up now and really do the research, do the inner work on what's going to be the best thing for you to do, and sit with it in July and August. By the end of September, you should have a really clear idea of your next step. And with that clarity, you can move forward quickly towards it. It's a lot, but you're in a great position to really manage things right now. I hope you found this mini reading helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. I'm so glad that you stuck around to the end. I appreciate that. And I have several more videos in the queue for July that I think could help you with this process. So be sure and subscribe so you don't miss those. Hang in there and have a great July. Reiki blessings.